Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Coach Saber from Summit Sports Center, and we are doing our 7 and up girls gymnastics. So that means anybody, and I will tell you, anybody that is sometimes, if you're 6, sometimes you need to be in an older age group, you can be doing this class too. So anybody about 6 and up, this class is for you. All right, today we are actually going to be working on some different beam skills. Now, I will tell you, you don't actually have to have a beam. You can have a spot on the floor right here, and you can take some tape and you can make a 4-inch space with tape, like masking tape or painter's tape, and you can create your own beam at home. A lot of the skills that we're going to be working on doesn't necessarily mean you need to be on a beam, but if you happen to have one, that's always a great tool. So let's get started. Now, we all know that in order to do good gymnastics, that we get started by warming up, right? Can't just do a whole lot of stuff if our body's not warm, because we might pull a muscle or we might end up injuring ourselves somehow. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to stretch really hard. Just means our body and our muscles need to be warmed up. So let's start out by doing some jogging. I will tell you, make sure that you talk to mom and dad. Make sure you're in a space that is open enough that you can do some of the things, and that you're not going to be crashing or doing anything crazy so that you could get hurt. But so make sure your space is open. This is my living room. And I have a rug down here if I wanted to place a piece of tape down there, but I just so happen to have brought a beam home so that I can help you guys out. Also, remember that under our event section on our website, there is our event section, and it's got virtual content. So any one of these videos that you would like to either watch again, or if you would like to learn some other things. We did a beam video before this all started. We did a bar video before this all started, and you happen to have bars. I would love for you to go view those. Coach Leslie has done some amazing videos with back walkovers and cartwheels and round offs and tumbling skills. That is truly her passion. She loves tumbling and trampoline, as you all know. And Coach Leslie, if you don't know, is our owner. And so she has such a passion for these things. She does a great job of breaking down each skill. So if you're looking to get better at some of your tumbling skills, watch her videos. She's got quite a bit on there, and she is amazing. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so let's go ahead and start jogging. Yep, we want to start by getting our bodies all warmed up. That means we're moving our muscles. Yep, high knees this time. And now I want you to do butt kicks. Kick your booty. A lot of times when we're doing this, we're doing it on the blue floor, right? No, it's the purple floor, right next to the bars. Now I want you to do some chassés. Chassés, like a skip all the way across. Now, I would also like to see, I've talked about the routines. I haven't seen anybody send me a beam routine. I haven't seen anybody send me a routine yet. I want to see your routines. All right, so we're going to work on some skills today for beam. But remember to send me those floor routines. Remember to send me those beam routines. Put them to music. I want to see you like you're watching me. And I promise not to share them, but I will respond back. All right, so chassés. Good job. All right, and let's stretch out our shoulders. Yep, this is my favorite stretch. And our wrists, in, out, in, out, in, out, up and down. Hey, Lexi. And turn sideways. And show me hammers. Yep, elbows straight. There we go. Good. And take your arm and try and pull it all the way across. Now, when I'm doing this stretch, a lot of times I will grab my elbow and pull it, and that helps me to stretch it a little bit more than just using my shoulder. Okay? Pulling it, making it stretch a little bit more is going to give me more of a stretch. Lexi. And now, arms going forward. You're not getting it closed all the way. Coach Lexi keeps coming in here and like trying to shut the door quietly so you can't hear her. But she's not getting it all the way shut. And guess what? The wind kind of blows it open. Oh, it'll be fixed now. She locked it. All right. Now, let's go ahead and we are going to do today let's do our bridges. Okay, let's do our bridges. Normally I would do splits, but I will tell you honestly, my hip has been hurting, and I know that if I go down and work on those splits, it's just going to hurt it more. And guess what? When you do something like that, you don't need to strain it more. You need to rest it a little bit. So now is not the time for me to work on my splits. I can actually have you do them, but I won't be doing them. Now, also, there is a video about your splits too. So if you ever want to learn to make your splits better, you can go online under that virtual content, under events in the virtual content area, and you will be able to see splits with Coach Saber because I did those. All right, so lay on your back and let's get ready for our bridges. Ready? Hands back by your ears, bending our knees, pushing our belly buttons all the way up to the ceiling. Ready? And go. And come down and tuck and roll. Super important to make sure that you're tucking and rolling and going both directions. Tuck and roll. All right, one more time. Ready? And bridge up. Oh, and come down. Now, if you would like a challenge, what I want you to do is hold that up and see how long you can keep your bridge up. I would love to hear for those who could keep it up for a minute, maybe even 30 seconds, somebody maybe a minute and a half, and those of you who can kick over. Super fun. This is the time to challenge yourself and make yourself stronger. I will tell you that if you're not doing anything, you're not going to get any stronger, and guess what? You're going to get a little bit weaker. That's not very cool, is it? No, never. We want to make ourselves stronger and stronger, especially during these times. So make sure that you keep moving, that you're not just watching these videos, that you're doing them too. Okie dokie pokey, okie dokie pokies. All right, so let's grab as a beam. Now, I know that we have worked on leaps and we've done cartwheels and we've done several other skills. We've done some turns on here. So let's go ahead today and let's work on our lunge lever handstand. Okay, so this is, you can do this on the floor or you can do this on a beam. Make sure that if you're tall enough and you make sure you're not gonna hit the ceiling or the ceiling fan. I could possibly hit the ceiling fan. But, so let's go ahead, and when we're doing a handstand on beam, we are working with our hands in a butterfly position. Okay, so that means my thumbs are together and my fingers are apart, and my fingers are gonna grip around the beam just like this. That's what's gonna help me stay on the beam. All right? All right, I'm gonna turn this way. And I'm gonna start in a lunge, and I'm going to try and kick up to that handstand. So it's here, arms up, lunge, reaching way out long, and kick up. And climb up there. Kick your toes all the way up to the ceiling. Now guess what? I didn't work on staying up there very hard. It makes me nervous. Sometimes we all get nervous. Sometimes we get nervous we're gonna fall off. What happens if you fall off? You get back up and you try it again. So guess what? My turn to get back up and try it again. You guys are amazing. You can work through these spheres. You can go one little bit at a time. So if you can only hold it up for 0 seconds, try and hold it up for 1 second while you're in here. You have to challenge yourself while you're at home to make yourself stronger. Ready? And here we go, all the way up. Okay, it was a little bit better for me, wasn't it? Wasn't great, wasn't terrible, but it was somewhere in the middle. Now, I would love to see how many people can stand up and stay up there and hold it for, 30 seconds. The way we're doing this is called an English handstand. It's a forward handstand. Sometimes we work on our cartwheel dismount handstands, and we're going to turn sideways. But we've done that already, so I just want to work a little bit more on this English handstand with our hands up here in a lunge. And this is a harder handstand. That's why we don't work on it as much, because it's harder. So while you're at home, you can work on this, trying to push through those shoulders and land in the lunge, okay? As you're coming down, I want you to watch your foot land on the beam, and as soon as you see it hit, I want you to lift your chest up and land in a straight body position at the end with your arms up here. Okay, so lift that leg to kick to that handstand. I would love to see you split and step down. Beam is all about controlling your body, whether you're standing up or you're upside down. So let's do that handstand one more time. Ready? Lunge. Now I'm just a little too tall, so my back foot is off the beam, which is why I look a little bit shorter. I'm reaching out, kicking tall. Good. Guess what? I stayed up a little bit longer than I had before. So, it's all about challenging yourself and trying to get yourself to be better and better, right? Right. Good. All right. So, now, let's move on to a forward roll. Some of you know that my preschoolers, my 3 and 4-year-olds, do a forward roll on the beam. And I want you to be able to do that same forward roll on the beam, because really, it's not hard. And if they can do it, you can do it. It's just a little scary, right? Right. So I'm going to turn the beam around. I'm going to use my hands because it'll be faster. And I'm going to stick my feet at the end of the beam. Now, the control on a forward roll is all about where you put your head and your hands. If you do a forward roll and your hands, that butterfly position that we just worked on in the English handstand, that's the same thing we're going to use for a forward roll. If your hands are by your forehead in front of your forward roll, you might be able to do it if you can control your body well enough to go very, very straight, but you may fall off. If you put your hands on the other side of your head in the back, which feels kind of funky, it doesn't feel very comfortable, but I promise it will help you do your forward roll. Okay, feet in squares, hands out, head down. See how my hands are behind my head? When I do this, it helps me to control my body. And all the way over. Notice I didn't fall off. I will tell you, I only got one cheek sitting on the beam, but I still made it on there. Right? So it's all about controlling your body as you go over. Forward rolls seem scary, but they're really not, because you can control yourself as you're going over. All right, so now we have done, let's do that 2 or 3 more times. Feet here, hands way out, duck that head in, look for your belly button, and control it. Push and control. That time I landed square on the beam, I like it. All right, one more time for you guys. Let me see it out there. Remember, I want to see your videos so that I can see you guys doing this too. So whenever you get the chance, Sabra at summitsportscenter.com, and I want to see you. All right? Because I miss you guys too. I promise not to share, but I will respond. All right. So we went ahead and we did our forward roll. We've done our handstands. Let's work on a jump or 2. Okay? We've done tuck jumps. We have done straddle jumps. So I want to do a jump that's a little bit different, but kind of fun on the balance beam. We'll do it on the floor first. and it is actually called a wolf jump. A wolf jump is where you jump and you put your legs into a pike. So your legs are going to be straight out right from here, and you're going to bend one knee down. Now on the beam, this really looks super cool. On the floor, it looks super cool too, but on the beam, it's really fun. So you're going to put your feet together. I'm going to stand up here so you can see my feet. You know that little curve that you have in your foot right there, right on the inside? It's part of your arch. And if you ever tried to put your feet together and notice how your heel fits right in that curve, and that means they fit together really well, that's where I want you to put your feet. There shouldn't be any space in your feet, all right? I'm going to see if I can show you like this. I don't know if it'll work, but so I don't want to see this. This is not it. I can see you through that hole. That's not good. I want one foot in front of the other so that they come together. That way they're going to fit better on the beam, right? Because they're wider if they're side by side. One foot in front of the other makes them a little bit thinner, but yet you're more in control because your foot is more on the beam. Okay, to the floor. So we're going to practice this wolf jump right here on the floor. Ready? 1, 2, 3, jump. Notice I did a tuck jump and a pike jump all at the same time. So let's try it again. Wolf jump. Cool, that's awesome. So let's try it up on the beam. Feet on the beam. Remember, they're in that little alignment on that beam. And when we come down, our feet have to come back together. Ready? Bend our knees. And wolf jump. Not bad, right? And I'm old. 105. I might turn 106 pretty soon. Maybe. Ready? And wolf jump. Cool. That's awesome. That's a fun jump to be able to do. Some people can do a wolf jump and they turn. If you can do that, I'd love to see it. They jump up, and as they turn, they do that wolf jump. I'm going to tell you, I'm not necessarily brave enough right now to try it on the balance beam. But I know that you can try it on the floor. Okay, so we've done our wolf jump. We've done some of our skills. And I want to teach you about a skill called a rond de jambe. All right? It's a weird name, right? Rond de jambe. And I'll totally be honest, I used to know what it was, why they called it a rond de jambe, or what that word meant, but I don't remember as much anymore. What happens when you get old. I know it. But rond de jambe is a ballet term, and they use this in ballet all the time. We're going to use it in gymnastics and on the beam. It helps us with our balance and in our posture. A rond de jambe, what we do is we lift up our leg and we circle it all the way around till we get to a scale. Now, notice my chest is not down here. It's shoulders back a little bit. Notice when I went down, I fell down. If your eyes go down, you're going to fall down. So keep your chin up. And try that rond de jambe again. Say it again. Rond de jambe. Yes. Rond de jambe. Rond de jambe. It's really kind of cool to say. So arms up, lift up, around, and back here. Now, if you have a balance board at home, and maybe you don't have a balance beam, but you have a balance board that rocks back and forth, you can try your rond de jambes on there. That will help make sure that your hips are super strong and that your core is super tight. And I would love to see that. Rond de jambes are super cool, and I would love for you to be able to do them on both legs. Now, I want you to know one thing. This is not a rond de jambe. My leg wasn't high enough. Okay, the goal is to have your leg all the way up at a 90-degree angle and bring it all the way around back to a scale. You have to have super strong hip flexors and core muscles. So I'm going to try it one more time. Up, around, and into the scale. And it's a great connection move. If for some reason you're working on that beam routine and you're working on connections, last week we did a beam, not a beam video, a video on leaps that had connections. That is a great way to go into a connection for a beam routine. You lift up your leg, rond de jambe, and then you could take off and do a split leap. That's really cool. Or a split jump, or however you want to do it. Make a connection. Or you could even go into a cartwheel. That's a great way to make a connection. Okay, so what I want to do is let me make sure. Oh, we got a few more minutes. I will have to end right at noon because I have a preteen video that's going to come on right at noon too. So it will be, actually it won't be on here. It will be a Zoom video, but I have to end right at 12 so I can get them started too. What I do want us to do is work on some strength moves while we're at home, because it takes less than a week for you to get a little bit weaker. So if you're sitting around not doing much, know that you're making your body weaker every time. All right, so since we have the beam, let's practice a few things, strength moves that we can do with our beam. Now, some of us I'm a fan of push-ups, but sometimes it's really hard to do push-ups. So what I want you to do is put your hands on the mat, way up here like this, and I'll kind of come around on this side. I was going to do it the other way, but sometimes it's harder. Shoulders really straight, body up straight, trying to keep my booty in the air, not like this, it's not a pipe. Get it round and in that front support position, and we're going to do our push-up here and back up. Okay? We have 10. Are you ready? You can do this. Now, if that's still a little too hard, you can put your knees up like this, and you can do your 10 push-ups that way. Now, I've got a more of a challenge too. All right? So sometimes even this is way too easy when we're doing it on here, and we need something harder. If you are in my intermediate class, you better be doing the hard ones. So if you're doing hard ones, you can put your hands way out here and put your feet on the mat, nice and tight body, and lower all the way down and push all the way back up. That's going to work all the way into our shoulders and our lats. I'm going to do them on here because it's been a while. Ready? Let's do 10. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! That was a lot, wasn't it? Got to those arms. I would love for you to do 10 more after we're done, but I don't really have time for that. So 10. Now, we're going to work the other side of our arms, and since we have the beam, we're going to do some dips. All right? We're going to put our hands on the edge of the beam, just like this, and we're going to walk our feet all the way out. And we're going to put our belly up, kind of like we're in the tabletop, right? Okay, hands down. And we are going to do our dips on here. Here we go. We got 10 dips. All the way down, all the way up. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Man, that could be kind of tough. I want you to make sure that you're doing them, and I'd love for you to, again, do 10 more. Or you could do 3 sets of 10. Okay? Maybe let's add that. Let's do 3 sets of 10 of those dips. Okay? Now, also last week, I did a video that was conditioning, keeping your body stronger as you keeping your body stronger without using any weights. Okay? And I know we did some dips on there. You don't have to have anything special. You could use a stool, but you could even not even have anything at all. You just need to lower your elbows down and push back up. Here we go. You ready? 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest one more second. And we're going to do our last 10. Now, just knowing that doing 10 is not going to probably be enough. You probably need to do 10 3 times. That way you're working those muscles. You might even need to do, if that's still super easy, take it up to 20. Remember, this is the time when you can challenge you and you can make yourself better, right? I would love to come back into the gym and see how strong everybody is and be like, wow, you guys worked hard while you were out. Ready? Last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And up we go. Good. All right. So we've done some arms. We did both push-ups and dips. And we need to do some legs. Now, these are called calf raises. I'm going to turn around first for you to be able to see. I'm going to take my toes and I'm going to put them at the very edge of the balance beam. So my heels can drop all the way down. Now, you can be able to do these. If you're not able to do them on a beam, you can do them on a stairway. And I will tell you that when I was younger, I used to do them when I was going, like if I went to the mall, not that we can go to the mall right now, but there was an escalator and I would do it while I was there. Or I would do it in the bathroom. While I was standing, brushing my teeth, I would go up and down because this is working our calf muscles and making us stronger at the same time. So here we go. And go. 10, 3, 4. See, I'm going all the way up on top. High toe. Good. 10. And we have to do that 3 times. So that's 1. If they start to burn, you can stretch them out by pushing them back and bending that knee forward, doing a lunge. But let's get up and let's finish them up. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? All right, we got to do 10 more in just a second. Just a second, here we go. Yep, back up. I'm going to go on this side. I feel like the pad inside is squishing down. Try a different spot. Trying to go all the way up on toe, trying to keep your ankles together. Now look, you can see my ankles coming apart. Don't want that. That's better. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, everybody. Nice. Now, my legs are burning just a little bit. They'll be good pretty soon. So I wanted to tell you that we miss you guys at Summit. We miss seeing you. We miss hanging out with you. We miss fussing at you. That's my job, isn't it? Yep. I fuss at everybody. So stay safe, stay strong, keep moving, be good leaders, follow directions. Yep, I know. Sometimes that's hard, but I know you can do it. But we love you, and we will talk to you soon. Mwah! Have a great day, guys.